Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 locations of items that you have to exchange in order to unlock the optional slime boss Melozia. So in the very first clip, I actually didn't realize that this was part of the quest, but that location where you speak to that man, he actually disappears afterwards and he gives you a mop. And if you go explore through the church, you'll find this woman who really wanted your mop, and you're going to exchange it for another element. So this one actually is very reminiscent of, for example, doing the P5 personal weapon for Joker, where you have to kind of get all the different items and trade them in around the village. In this case though, it's not too bad. You only have to exchange a total of, I guess, 4 items. The mop, and then you get the stick, and then afterwards you have one more to get, which is the oil can. So if you actually explore around the church, there's not only these kind of hidden elements, there's actually a couple of different other things as well. So I'll just mention to you, if you haven't found them yet, there is a key item, interrogation room key, and that helps unlock some luring shadow staff. There's actually additional 1 luring shadow staff at the top left corner of the map in the headquarters, and of course there's some key items. There's actually a Moon Boy book as well, and so I will have that those locations shown on my walkthrough for part 3. Actually, sorry everyone, I didn't realize I had cut out this particular scene from the first video. So you actually have to drop off the oil can to the last guy here, and I have shown it on the map, in order for you to have him have a friend oil up the lever in order for you to use it. So again, I do apologize for that. I will have deleted the first video by now, and hopefully this shows you where to get the last piece of the puzzle done. After you've turned in the oil can, just head downstairs to the dungeon area, and of course you'll be able to activate the lever directly, and out drops the slime Melozia. Now that being said, we're going to fight the Melozia, and this one is a very interesting battle. So there's 3 phases. This slime takes the form of your own allies or your own heroes, and in the first phase we're going to fight Aldo. Now if you watch my battle against the Unseen, you'll see that I actually used a very similar strategy, the same kind of team. However, I'm not using mana in this case. We only really need 5 characters, and in this case Melissa is actually there just to be a bystander and watch the action from afar, so to speak. We are using Light of Vesta, and the reason for that is that these enemies, not Aldo per se, but the second and third phases, the enemies can hit extremely high, and a one-shot kill is very possible. So, I wouldn't worry too much about Aldo unless you give him time to ramp up his move, in which case he can do some AoEs that wipe you with his X/Mark II. But in this case, a couple turns later, we've already barred him. He doesn't have that much HP, about 20 million or so, and we're on to phase 2, where instead of 1 person, the slime or the Melozia splits into 2, and you got both Lily and Pry. Now don't be fooled by their appearances and the fact that they're just a replica. They hit massively, and again, you really don't want to extend this fight, being that all of the hits that I've seen from Lily, and even in phase 3, is essentially a one-shot kill. So in turn 1, you can see that Pry becomes the tank for Lily, and essentially rages everyone to himself. So you really want to apply your debuffs on turn 1 against Lily if you can, as many power debuffs as possible, and if you need to apply pain, poison, or whatever you need to enhance your damage against her, you should do that on turn 1. Now on turn 2, you will face some small hits from Pry, but the main one comes from Lily. So 2 hits there, not big deal, and there you go. Even mitigated 6k, and without the enhanced Grasta, and I'll show you that at the end of the video where I usually show my loadout. She does have a 9 lives enhanced Grasta on her. And so I realized that I had to do that because when I do Light of Vesta, she's actually not in the front line, and so I did put that extra insurance just in case she does get hit inadvertently. That being said, by turn 3, we do have enough bar to kill both. And of course, I'm choosing Pierce Zone not only because Pierce Zone is one of the more powerful weapon zone types of attacks. Keep in mind that all the enemies here are essentially slash. I know that Mystere here in phase 3 is a bow, but we're really not worried about her so much as other types of attack, and we're going to try to end it within a couple of turns anyways. If you can survive 2 full turns and you do have a full zone active, you should be able to get a half bar, and hopefully with enough Pain, Poison, Grasta, or Enhanced Grasta, you should be able to do enough damage with a half bar. First turn is not too much happening. Mystere hits for a minor amount, and you can see even with Pierce Zone, she didn't really kill you that much. And you have Biblia, which is healing from Rosetta in Fate turn 1, and a shield, I guess, with Melina. Now in turn 2, this is where things get a little bit more interesting. You get a one-shot there, and you get an AoE. So if you don't have any mitigation, and keep in mind we are using Claude OG with Forefather, you will essentially die. And keep in mind that he did already take a hit earlier, so his hold ground from Bria is over. That being said, I think with 3 units, we can still survive. We are using AS Foreign and obviously Jade as well as AS Suzette does the tremendous amount of damage, and definitely more so than Claude. Claude was there mainly for support, utility, speed up your team, and obviously apply debuffs. And luckily, in this case, you only have to kill Melina. If you do, you can end the battle right there and then. So, not too bad. Definitely, certainly easier than the Unseen. A little bit less RNG dependent. Let me know in the comments below if you've taken on this boss and if you've beaten it, or if you've obviously found the mini quest in order to unlock the battle for Melozia. And you do get rewarded with the Power of Mind West Grasta for your team if you so choose to use it. And in this case, we do use Bria to carry a lot of those enhanced Grasta to share their abilities to power up our other members of our team, seeing that she's essentially only there for Light Avesta and does absolutely nothing other than that. Hey, her role is still important, allows the rest of the team to survive. Okay, and Jade, obviously that he's a pain setter, so that's why he's very important on this team, and he has a lot of pain Grasta in order to enhance his own damage as well as his personal Grasta. And that's the one where we put the 9 lives on her specifically. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.